James Cargo Motorcycle Shipping sponsors Under the Visor.
Hi, my name's Chris Cork, everyone calls me Corky, and I guess the reason I'm here is because I stupidly took part in the Dakar twice and failed it twice. And let's talk about me going back for a third attempt. They always say third time's a charm. No way. Dakar's something I always followed and dreamt and thought was completely out of my league, and it never occurred to me once to even have a crack at that sort of thing. No, that first race I did with you in the Dawn to Dusk was kind of a bet, and it went pretty well. I think I was third for a while in my class, but then no training, just hit the wall, and I think finished fifth in the end. But yeah, and then people came out and said, well, you can obviously ride a bike, so how about doing a rally? And it kind of went from there, really. From the first rally. The first rally was a Touareg, and just the whole package is amazing. The whole family, the riders, the riding, the road book. It's just, I can't describe it. It's so emotional. It's so much fun. And every time you complete a day or a stage or a hill climb or a dune, the feeling of achievement is it's unmeasurable. It's fantastic. And of course, once you've done one dune and you do a bigger dune, then you want to go faster, and then you want to tie the cathedral dune, which is the biggest dune out there, and you become hungry. You want more and more and more. It's I guess human nature. So yeah. So after the Touareg, it was a bigger event, until you get to a point where you go, well, I've done everything. There's only the Dakar left to do. So let's have a go. It's everything. It's everything. I mean, the first step is to tell someone you're going to do it. You know, I remember phoning Talk Racing saying I'm going to do the Dakar, and they went, "Okay." You know, I was expecting them to laugh at me and go, "Idiot." But they said, "No, everything's possible. Let's okay. You need to train. You need to do this. You need to do more rallies. You need to, yeah, let's do this." And then you do so many rallies, and then you go, "Well, I'm out of money. I'm serious about this." You talk to your girlfriend, we're going to have to sell the house. It's the only way to fund it. You know, the Dakar's not the most popular event in this country. Not many people know about it. It's very small. In France, obviously, it's huge, and other places, but not here. So trying to raise money is difficult. So really, as an unknown person, for me, the only way to get in is to sell the house, which we're only here once, so it didn't bother me to do that, and no problem. Just very quickly, when you get there, it's you're lulled into a full sense of security. You're kind of pushed into this little holding area of the vehicles, and it's all very low key. And you think, "Oh, what's the big fuss here?" And then when you actually start and go into the main street, and you know, nearly 1 million people cheering and throwing things and signing autographs, and it's unbelievable. It overwhelms you. It's just, wow, this is fantastic. And unfortunately for me, day 4, I was doing quite well, picking up the pace, moving up in places, and went down a big dune. As I came down, I could see carnage everywhere. No one was getting up the other side. And unfortunately, the route I took contained a big rock underneath the soft sand, which I hit. I went over the bars, the bike followed me and smashed me in the back. At the time, I thought it was just a broken wrist, so they helicoptered me out of there. But when I got home, I realised I'd broken my back as well. So, why does anyone fail and get up and have another go? I'm sure it's not just me. It is human nature. You fail, you must, as Patsy Quick told me, was first to phone me up and say, "Look, when you fall off the horse, you've got to get back on it. That's it. You can't quit. It's not in your nature, Chris, anyway. So." Go again. And you think, well, how am I going to do that? You know, but once you've done the Dakar once and people have heard of you, it gets easier to find sponsorship and money. So the second time, you know, it was a little easier for me to go again. It just didn't go well, that Dakar. I mean, really didn't go well. Day 4, I thought I was going to go out again when Moose exploded, and it was on a marathon stage, and I was just like, it's game over again. You know, I can only get to day 4. No, this can't be right. So we pushed through, and I won't bore you with the story, but in the end I stole a wheel off a broken bike and managed to finish the day. But unfortunately, dead last. I mean, I didn't get until about 1 in the morning. And then you're at the back of the grid, and it's a whole different race. Once all those bikes, trucks and cars gone through, everything is torn up, ruined. You cannot choose your own line. It's not flowing anymore. It's just a battle. You're being overtaken by cars, trucks. They hit you within sort of half an hour of your start time. And it's just a different race. It's so long and so tiring. So from that point, it's kind of inevitable, really, that you're not going to finish. You just get later and later in. You get near misses with cars. I had the bike run over by a big car. I just managed to get away. And then the fear comes in, you know. When my friend Jamie, he got clipped by a car and that knocked him out, you start to get the fear, and then everything really starts to go wrong. It snowballs. And eventually, tiredness, exhaustion. You're not getting any sleep now. You come in, do your road book, try and find some food, sort the bike out, and you're off again. There's no sleep. So the day I went out, unfortunately for me, battling with trucks in the soft sand, and both me and the bike just ran out of steam. That was it. We just couldn't get up this last big climb. It was about 30k from the end of the day, with only 2 days to go. And it just beat me. That's it. Yeah, it eats away at you, for sure, all the time. But and I couldn't work out why I was struggling, because I've done this terrain so many times. I mean, soft sand, fesh, yeah, should be able to do it in my sleep. It's not an issue. And for me, it was kind of good when I got home, and I found out there was actually an issue with the bike. A very small problem, but it was enough to not give the bike full power, which is why I just couldn't get up this sandy climb, which was good for my sanity, because I just couldn't work it out. But yeah, you always say, what if I just pushed harder? What if I'd dragged that bike up? What if I took it to pieces and carried each bit up the hill and finished the day? Yeah, I have done it. But at that particular point, I couldn't. I don't know how many times I attempted that hill climb. Umpteen. And I think one point I pushed it most of the way, dragged it, and I was exhausted. And then I think the final nail in the coffin for me was I'm going up there again. I've taken another hit at it. I'm going, yes, I'm going to make it this time. And a bike pulls up next to me, does the old fist bang. You all right, mate? Yeah, okay. I'm going, great. Someone else is with me. I'm definitely going to finish today. And then you watch him just pull away from you. He's on the same bike, and your bike just goes boom, dead. And you're like, no, it's not me. There's something wrong here. I need to, and it's dark. You can't see. You can't pick a line anymore. You don't know where that soft patch of sand is. It's all disappeared. The longer you do it, the rougher the trucks get in, the more trucks are going past, the more dangerous it's getting. So you just got to say, look, I need to take time out. And the plan was to go again in the morning, but it wasn't to be. They phoned me and said, no, you're out of time. It's finished. It's like nothing else. It's unbelievable. Everyone's so friendly. It doesn't matter if you're a pro rider or the privateer. Everyone's the same level. Everyone helps everyone. There's nothing no one else won't do for you, really. If they're out and you need a part of their bike, they'll willingly give it to you. They'll willingly help you. There's no question of money, or at this point you're there, so it's great. I'm going to be devastated, absolutely devastated. I kind of said never again, but as the months go on, I can't let it go. It's eating away at me. And the more I see other people racing, and I've done 2 more rallies this year, with guys who I know are trying to get to Dakar, and I'm watching their progress. They're now signed in, setting their registrations. It's all happening for them. They're all at that point where they're bubbling with excitement and building bikes and getting sponsorship. And yeah, I want to be there again. I'm getting more and more edgy and jealous. And yeah, obviously, it's going to be really nice to sit there and watch it and know the people that are racing, and that'll be really nice. Because when you're at the Dakar, you really have no idea what's going on. You don't know who is doing what, who's winning. You haven't got a clue. So people at home know more about what's going on than I do. So, yes. I hope. I kind of knew financially it's out of my league. And it's not just paying your entry fee and paying your service and finding a bike. You have to then race up to Dakar as well. You have to earn your entry. It doesn't matter that I've been there before. You've still got to. So it's a huge budget. It's not, it's big. So, since the Dakar, lots of people have written to me and said, I will give you money. I want you to do it again. And I've written back saying no. Why should you give me money for me to chase a selfish, ambition, a dream, my Everest, if you wish. But people kind of wrote back and said, no, I want to give you some money so I can be part of your Dakar experience. I will never get there myself. This is as close as I will get to it. So I want to be part of it. If you set up is it crowdfunding? Crowdfunding? Sorry, I'm not very good at these things. If you set it up, I guarantee you'll find the money. You just got to find it in your heart to accept this money and do it. So, I think the last email was about someone's son who has a picture of me on his wall and I'm his hero. And I'm just like, to me, that's weird. But it's just, it's found it in myself to go, we need to go back and finish this. And if people want to help me, you've got to accept that help and go back. So, 2019, I'm going to give it a third shot. They say third time's the charm, and I hope it will be. It's going to take 2.5 years to train, find the money, find a bike. It's everyone says to me, why didn't you go back next year? It's not that quick. It's just not doable for me. It's a lot of time. But that's the plan. 2019, put it in your diary. Sounds like a long time, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's not. It really isn't. Next year will be a full year of racing, trying to earn my place back in Dakar. So there's a lot to do. I think it's fair to say they don't quite understand it. They don't ride motorbikes themselves, and it's something they find. Why would you do that? I get a lot of that. But they know that's what I want to do. They know it's a passion, and they have to help me and follow my dreams to do that, and they're willing to do that. So it's not easy. It puts a lot of stress on them, a lot of stress. You're all constantly away racing, you're training, you're in the garage building bikes. It's a very selfish thing to do, and I'm very lucky to have their support. So, well, my bank manager, amazingly, is into the Dakar. How lucky am I? So when I said I want to run a B&B and take people trail riding in Devon, he said, yeah, how much do you want? Let's do this. So we now run a B&B. We take people trail riding every weekend, and I'm never going to be a millionaire out of it, but it's a job I enjoy, and it allows me to have more time with the kids as well, so I'm at home more, and it's good training as well, so it's really working well. I say I've only literally just sort of decided, this is going to happen. I have a Facebook page, which is Corky Racing, and I'm on Twitter as well, which is Carry On Corky, and those places is basically where all the information will be, and you'll still find out all my racing, and we'll announce soon what the crowdfunding page is and all that kind of details. And I'm sure your guys will be very helpful with me and forward on the information to your viewers as well. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Just from the heart, really, just to say thanks for everyone's support and for following me and the nice comments I get. I haven't had one bad comment, when you crash out of Dakar, you kind of come home and you feel so disappointed, and not just for yourself and your family and all the people but all the people who have followed you and given you money and offered their support and told you their stories about how I can never get to Dakar and you're going to Dakar for me, and the Irish were massive followers of me, saying you're an honorary Irishman, we're supporting you, we're with you. You've got all that on top of you, which is why when I went out of Dakar this year, it was so an emotional thing, and I don't know if anyone saw it, but I did break down in a helicopter, and it's so those people are really important, and they push me to carry on and to have another go at it. Simple as that. Thank you.
James Cargo Motorcycle Shipping sponsors Under the Visor.